One event that I felt is getting super slept on and it's actually been pretty good and it's pretty low key is Imperial War. I believe this is the last tie-in before we see the final conclusion in issue 4. Let's see what goes on in Imperial War, Imperial Guardians. Skrull's culture was once revered and really uplifted by a prophet named Varing. It wasn't an aggressive symbol like the warrior gods the Shi'ar or technological divinities of the Kree. It was just a priestess whose gifts were soft and silent. Those same gifts was the reason why she was able to invade Earth in secret invasion. But that invasion failed and she perished. We see someone with her same face. Let's go back a little bit to 9 months ago in Dead Reef Salak's Outworld. We see Gamora, the deadliest woman in the universe, with Darkhawk, facing off against these Illumnics Dreadform. They're very particular about how they run their world and their culture. Looks like Darkhawk and Gamora getting overwhelmed a little bit. Looks like you guys need a bigger gun here. New Avengers leader Captain Marvel has arrived and cleaned out the competition. Honestly, Gamora's asking, what are you doing here? Carol's like, wondering why thank you is so hard to say. Carol's like, oh, is this a Guardians thing? Gamora tells her that the Guardians are disbanded. Her and Darkhawk's interests aligned and they joined forces. And now you have showed up. Carol explains that she's investigating a potential threat that you don't want to see, which is Skrulls. It looks like all 3 of their interests have aligned. Go back to narration talking about how Varnick was a symbol of self-determination and liberation for her people, teaching them to not be restrained or conform to just one identity. That the Skrulls can find their own individual truth amongst themselves. Everyone's on the verge of making a galactic union. Jason of Spartax gets the votes. Peace and stability can be had for generations. Carol doesn't want the Skrulls messing this up whatsoever. Carol tries to relate to Gamora, saying that she was a Guardian at one time too. But Gamora then goes into her deep pain that the Guardians isn't her legacy. Thanos is her legacy. She rejects that legacy. So a true galactic union represents peace and security, everything her father was not. And she intends to fight for those interests. Didn't mean any harm. She thought Gamora and Peter had talked about this, but Gamora tells her she hasn't spoken to Star-Lord in months. They tries to see what's going on with Darkhawk and Christopher Powell. Explains how he's bonded to a remote sentient via the armor. That the sentience has been telling him things for years, but he hasn't been listening properly. Her asks, what is it telling you now, Christopher? He tells her, beware of Varkening. Skrulls are shifting to fit her truth. Not to mention the absolutely violent visions he's been going through. Then goes to Throne World number 2. You see Emperor Dorian the 7th sitting on the throne. One of his representatives tells him that a certain someone has returned. If she is who she claims she is, reverence demands I go to her, says the king. Then see Captain Marvel, Darkhawk, and Gamora fighting off these alien mercenaries. Some of the Skrulls are telling them they have no right to be here. Gamora tells them that they're kind of outlawed in this alliance territory, and you have no right employing them. Captain Marvel tells Gamora, we'll let this illegal mercs thing slide, Gamora. Where's Varkening? Dark begins to search everywhere when he can't find anything. If she was here, she's gone already. The trio begin to kind of figure out and think about what could she have possibly gone. Marvel thinking maybe Throne World, the perfect place to cause trouble, and it's the capital world of the Alliance. He begins listing off other places. Then Darkhawk feels weird, or a vision is hitting him within the suit. Darkhawk suggests they go to planet Usik. Carol's reluctant, but Gamora tells her, I trust his visions, and we don't have much else to go on. The trio separates. Carol's going to go to Throne World, while Darkhawk and Gamora go to planet Usik. See Varing talk with Super Skrull. He doesn't believe it's her. He begins to get in her philosophies and talks about other things. Now, the Skrulls are already repressed and kept low in that order by the Alliance. The Union wants to make that state permanent for the Skrulls. Super Skrull is not convinced. It's time to make his decision. This isn't Varing whatsoever. It's someone else. Familialoid of the Shi'ar Empire, using their same tactics against the Skrulls. Immediately, the Super Skrull arrives, grabbing the imposter and burning him alive. Super Skrull tells Gamora, no one must know of this, daughter of Thanos. Gamora tells him the Galactic Council must know of it. Shi'ar plot to collapse the Union using you guys as pawns. To show you guys' loyalty to the Union. Super Skrull repeats himself. You misunderstand me. No one must know of this. He attacks Gamora and Darkhawk. Skrull putting belt to ass on Gamora and Darkhawk. He then transforms into Varing because he wants to lie to continue for the Skrulls, or then throws a mine on Super Skrull. As they escape, they get the hell out of there and back to their ship, trying to connect with Carol as soon as possible, but everything is jammed. All of a sudden they hear, "It's awful, I agree, but Kurt was right. No one must know." We see Maximus, the Mad. Maximus tells him, "You must not ruin the plan. Trust me, it will ensure the Union prevail." Morris not convinced. "You think you could stop us, really?" Clark asks him, "How did you even get in here?" Maximus then shows his weapon he used the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider then one-shots both of them, but Maximus and the Inhumans can continue on with their endgame. That's it. This series and this whole event is slept on, so I'll catch you guys in Imperial issue 4. Till then, take care.